Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Callie and today I'm going to tell you all of the books that I am excited that are releasing in November and December. We combined these 2 months because not a lot's actually coming out in these 2 months that any of us are really excited for. So to kick this off, for November 3rd, we have Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. This is the same author of the Lunar Chronicles and the Renegades trilogy. So this is her first book after both of those big series, and I believe this is a standalone romance with aspects of magical realism in it. We follow this girl who just strives to be the best and is suddenly given these powers to enact karmic retribution on anybody she meets. And she ends up using it on this boy who is very quick-witted and lippy towards her. So it should be a very interesting, I hope it's a different take on YA contemporary books, just because sometimes they can get very filled with fluff. But I love Marissa Meyer's writing style. She's written great romance in the past, and I have very, very high hopes for this book. Next is November 17th, and there are 2 books for this one, and the first one is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. This is the finale to the Poppy War, which I am so horrified but excited for at the same time. Poppy War is a loose Mulan retelling during Imperial China, when the Opium Wars and all of that was happening, and this adult fantasy series is so gut-wrenchingly real and emotional and raw, and it is a phenomenal series. Highly recommend. And we're getting the finale, and after the Dragon Republic, I need lots and lots of answers, and I hope that I get them without tears. Highly unlikely, but it's still a hope of mine. The next book for November 17th is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This follows 1920s Shanghai. We follow a girl named Juliet who is basically trapped in between this blood feud between 2 different gangs. And when these 2 rival gangs end up pulling Juliet and her basically ex together in this very bloody, violent feud, they have to try and figure out a way to stop it, and there's lots of other things going on. It sounds like there's also a virus going on in it, which is very realistic for the 1920s. The introduction of guns, gun violence, and all of that as well, and trying to help their city. It sounds like this is supposed to be a series, and I'm very interested to see what elements it'll bring. It doesn't sound like there's any magic, but it sounds still very intriguing and just an overall really fun, fast-paced book. And I love the 1920s, and I think that this could be a really unique and good story. And the last date for November is November 24th, and that book is How the King of Elflame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. This is a novella to the Cruel Prince series that I am so excited that she is coming out. This is a Cardan point of view story. I don't know if this is going to be a collection of things in Cardan's point of view, or if this is more how Cardan became who he is, which we do kind of get in the trilogy of The Cruel Prince, but I don't know if we're going to actually like see these things unfold, or if it's going to be an epilogue, or if it's a little bit of his point of view during The Cruel Prince, because we only really get his point of view couple of times within the series. It's mainly all Jude, and I am so excited to see more of Cardan. I love Cardan. He's fantastic as a character, just the definition of morally gray character, and I love it. So very, very excited. Already pre-ordered. You best believe I already pre-ordered this book. So just whole buckets of hyper excited. Moving into December, there's only 1 date, and that has 3 books in it. And moving with the excitement, there is another series with a book coming out that I am obsessed with, and that is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. This is the final book in the Ember of the Ashes quartet. And this is a Roman-inspired fantasy series where we follow 3 main characters trying to do their best to survive, save their family, and just not get super murdered. It's not going well for them. lots of heartbreak, and this series just holds this special place in my heart. I can't go a day without thinking of Elias because his character is so dynamic, and same with Helene. I can't go a day without thinking about all three of them, and I just can't. It's just such an intriguing story that I think more people should read. And with this finale, I follow Sabaa Tahir on her socials, and the things she has posted about this series terrify me about this book, but I am nonetheless so excited to finally get the end, because I think this book has been pushed several times in the past couple of years. So I just hope that I know it's going to be worth the wait. I don't even want to say I hope it's worth the wait. It's going to be. I'm so pumped. The next book that I am super excited for is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Karen M. McManus is the author of One of Us is Lying and Two Can Keep a Secret. I really liked Two Can Keep a Secret. I thought it was really fun. Where basically these cousins who have never known each other get invited to visit their grandmother, and all their parents force them to go. But when they get there, all hell breaks loose, and they start to unravel all of their family's like deep dark secrets. And with Karen M. McManus, she's really good at throwing wrenches and plot twists, and I just know that this is going to be just a fast-paced, creepy, dark, twisted book, and I'm ready. I'm so ready for it. And the last book that I am excited for is Occulta by Motayne. This is the sequel to Nocturna that came out 2019? Last May, not this past May, but last May. Occulta's been pushed a couple of times as well. I really liked Nocturna. It had a very unique magic system, and I'm hoping that we get a lot more. With the way Nocturna ended, it did end. There wasn't a finality, but it felt like an ending. I wasn't itching more for the magic maybe, but not necessarily the story itself. So I'm intrigued to see if this is more spin-off or actual sequel, or if we'll be introduced to more darker forces and bigger, badder villains in this book. I love the mosaic work on these covers. That's what drew me to Nocturna in the first place. So they are equally as beautiful inside and outside. So I'm very pumped to get my hands on Occulta. Those are the main books that I am excited for that are coming out in the next 2 months. A lot of stuff was originally coming out in November and December, but they got pushed to 2021 due to what's just best for publishers to come out with COVID and everything. Book sales have not been the greatest, at least physical copies. So unfortunately, a lot of stuff has been continually getting pushed, which is a bummer, but at the same time, they have to do what's best for their business. Those are what I'm excited for. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are excited for in the next 2 months. If I've missed anything, I am always looking for recommendations. Feel free to leave them down below. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And I will see you guys in our next one. Bye!